Yes. Yes. Now, if I say this, it will make meaning to almost all of us, even the locals who are not here. Please pay attention. Don't do everything for God. Don't do everything for God. Pay for a definite destiny. Let me say again. I say pay for a definite destiny. Pay. And then when you pay, sit up on the seat of what you paid. Don't pay for too many things. You can do more than two things for God. You can be an usher in the church and still sing. You can be part of church cleaning. But if you look at the life of Jesus, when he came to the earth, he was a healer. He was a miracle worker. He was a teacher. He was an apostle. He was a preacher. But he's principally a king, a God king. He died for only one reason: sit. Sit. That is why when he was on earth, he didn't start church because he needed seat to start. He needed to purchase a seat. If you look at chapter 8:32 of Romans, 8:32, and Hebrew chapter 8:1, the Bible talks about buying the right hand of the majesty on high. Can you read it, please, somebody quickly? Time is going to warm me. Or is it maybe 34? Romans. Yes. Romans 34. He said, who is he that condemneth?
Who is he that condemneth?
It is Christ that died.
Yea, rather it.
That is reason again.
Who is even at the right hand of God,
also making intercession
for us.
Now the seat at the right hand of God, he paid for it. He has to fight death and Satan to come there, because death and Satan they were blocking the seat, and that is where he had to sit down to have authority. Remember that all power in heaven and on earth has been given unto me, was given unto him on a seat. He knows that to evangelize the earth was not necessary yet, until he gets a seat. That seat took his life and preserved it. I am going to show you about paying for that seat when you read Hebrew chapter 8:1. Right hand. There are people that are loafing their life away, only to look for it later in their life and discover that they don't have anything anymore. When you ask them, I say, what were you doing? Say, we are going to church. Which church are you going? Let it be that from exactly 1 week now, we're on our way to Galilee. By tomorrow we start on the 16th. By the time you are 10 days there, something should be clear to you about yourself. Definite. This is what you will do. When I came today, I opened a file and I wrote 5 points for question. On my way, I'll be asking that question and I'll be getting answer. I'm not going to go to Galilee and say, God, reveal to me what I should know. Which reveal? I already know what the question I should ask. You see, because every single thing God revealed to you about yourself moves you forward. If you look at Hebrews chapter 8, go ahead. Now, these are the things which we've spoken. That is the psalm that we have such a high priest
who is set on the right hand of the throne of the majesty in the heavens.
No. He said, set on the right hand. That's where he is. Now, chapter 5, 5 and 6, Revelation.
And one of the elders said unto me, Weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof. And I behold,
lo, in the midst
and of the throne and of the 4 beasts, in the midst of the elders, stood a lamb as it had been slain.
The Bible says when they went to that throne, they saw Jesus bleeding there. This afternoon, my king is still bleeding. The price of a seat. A lot of pastors came to Locust Army. They said that they saw that I'm paying. And then they chose to hang around. They brought a false life. But they want a seat. They dodged the fire. But they want a seat. How can you sit on a seat without taking responsibility of a seat? Does God pay for men's seat? You want people to respect you without paying for something? To own it? You are around, you are a regional. Is it enough? Some of the regional you see there are younger, they are far younger than the pastors who are not. Far younger. Those ones have stayed long in Locust Army pastoring. But they have not come to see because they are dodging the fire. I said they are what? They are dodging the fire. So when they are dodging the fire, younger ones who didn't dodge fire will come to the seat while they are still loafing around. And then some of them we squeeze their face and say, we have been there before. You say, who cares how long you have stayed? You're not responsible. Who cares? Even if they go out of Locust Army and go to anywhere reasonable, that place will make a demand on price. Don't go to anywhere that doesn't make a demand on your investment. Then the place that doesn't have value. If you go to anywhere and that place you are is not making a demand on value from you, that place is nothing. He said, when I look, I saw a bleeding lamb. The lamb is bleeding this afternoon because that is the price of the seat. God will never make it small. If you look at chapter 8:3 of Revelation, the Bible says in front of that throne is an altar. The altar introducing the throne. That is the price of the seat of that throne. How can something that is elevated, something that will elevate you, give you a name, give you honor, not have a price? That's why he said, and upon the golden altar which was before the throne. The altar is a place of death to introduce the throne. Some people, instead of paying for something, they want to attract self-pity. Well, if you like pitying yourself, it's all right. But don't desire a high place. Don't desire honor. Nobody is forcing you to be of honor. I said nobody's doing what? No, but you can stay at the back. When you come to a seat, sometimes some people say, shepherd, you're suffering. I say, don't even mention that. Don't even mention suffering. Don't even mention that. I'm not close to suffering. I said, I'm not. No, I'm not close. He's not suffering his price. Church is awesome today. Huh? Somebody say, praise God. I say, is he awesome? Now, let me start helping you this way. Something that you will love very quickly. Satan lacks power to control lives that are more valuable and more powerful than him. Satan lacks power. Now, this is the first time I'm doing this type of teaching in my whole life. In my time, God will produce men that Satan will fear naturally. Let me say again. I say, in my time, God will produce men that Satan will naturally fear. Do you know why he will fear them? Why he will fear them is because such men, such lionic men, are more powerful and more valuable than him. Let me say it again. I said such men are more powerful and more valuable than Satan himself. And the men and women that are that way, they know themselves. You know something? When people don't have value, their life is taken away from by cheap distraction. Wait. Let me start helping you very well. In 2 Corinthians chapter 4, the Bible calls Satan a god. Ezekiel called him anointed cherub that covers. 28:3, he said nothing can be hidden from him. In 7:1, he called Moses a god. That is Exodus chapter 7:1. In John chapter 10:30, Jesus said, I am my Father one. Now, all these men I am talking about were men that Satan respected for who they are. Listen to this. On Sunday, when I was preaching on respect, I said Satan inspired Aaron and Miriam to speak against Moses. And that is to